Hello everyone, this is Vinita Yadav. In this video, I am going to present my machine learning project work whose title is World Happiness Report. First, quickly, I'll start with the introduction of this report. It was first published in 2012 and it contains 155 countries from each continent with ranking based on their happiness score. This survey was prepared on the basis of the survey held by UN, in which questions about life were asked to many people, and they were asked to score on the scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the happiest life and 0 being the worst at the time of survey. So I collected data from 2017 to 2020, and from 17 to 19 I got the data from Kaggle, and for 2020 I directly downloaded it from World Happiness Report official website. Main objective of doing this work is to prepare a data set which can give idea about happiness score from 17 to 20, and determining the correlation between these variables so that I can find the key drivers of high happiness score, and building different model to predict happiness score, and by doing model evaluation to determine the best suited model for score prediction. I'll go through my HTML file for my next phase. In data understanding phase, I collected data from each year, and data was collected from Kaggle and WHR website. I did data exploration with the help of structure and summary analysis. And in next step, I did data pre-processing in which I imputed missing value with the mean, and I also changed some name of countries for the ease of and data analysis, as the name of countries were different in 17 to 20 data set. So I changed few names. I also added reason and year column to categorize the countries in reason, and to check the trend of happiness score throughout these years. And then I explored data set of each year by plotting plotting the happiness score on world map. Here you can see that the happiness score will see, and I did it for every year. And then my next step was a data preparation, in which I combined all years of data with the help of bind rows, and then my final data set was created with the features country, region, year, rank, economy, and rest of my six important factors with happiness score. Then I explored dataset with the structure and summary. Here you can see that. And then again I checked the correlation between the numerical columns. All my data were numerical, so I checked a correlation with the help of pair panels. And here I found out that social support and economy are the factors which are highly correlated with happiness score. I also explored the correlation between happiness score and six variables with the help of ggplot and linear regression line. Here you can see that. And I also explored the happiness score by region, and I found out that Africa continent was the least happiest region, and Australia was the highest. I did some transformation with the scaling of dataset by the help of z-score normalization, and then I detected for outliers. And I checked these outliers with my dataset, and I found out that these values were representing a specific population. So I decided not to remove these observation, as this can affect my final data analysis. Then I checked for collinearity in my normalized data set, and found out some variables were highly correlated. So I treated it with a find correlation function, and this by doing this analysis, it deleted healthy life expectancy variable. But during plotting correlation matrix, I found out that healthy life expectancy variable was highly correlated with the happiness score. So I chose to not remove this data set, and moving forward with my normalized data set with all six variables. My next step is modeling, and for modeling I selected three models: linear regression, multiple linear regression, k-nearest neighbor regression, and support vector machine. And for my first model, a multiple linear regression model, I did it with the PCA and with the step AIC method. With PCA, I choose this method because I did not remove any variable before due to collinearity, so I decided to do it with the PCA, so I can check if there any component which is insignificant for the analysis. And I found out that PC4 was insignificant, so I fitted my model without this component, and these are my PCA results. After fitting this model, I got these results. My adjusted R squared value is 69, which explained that it explained 69% of variance. My prediction between a predicted value and the happiness score was 77% approx. And in my model assessment step, I found out RMSE values 0.71 and R squared 0.60. And I also plotted the actual versus predicted values with the help of a scatter plot. My second model, I'll quickly show my R code for this one. Okay, this my code is still running. My second model is k-nearest neighbor regression model, in which I again splitted my data set. Here you can see, and I fitted model and made prediction and find the correlation between the prediction and the happiness score, and it found out that it was a 98% approx, which was quite high. And during my model assessment step, I evaluated the RMSE, MSE, and plotted the scatter plot between actual and predicted value. And my third model is SVM. Here I again split a data set and I fitted the model and printed the model summary. And my correlation between the SVM prediction and test data happiness score was 86%, which was quite high as compared to other models. But Ken was the best one. And Here in model assessment step, I evaluated the RMSE and R squared value and also plotted the actual predicted score. And my next step is evaluation method, and I did it with the help of repeated k-fold cross validation with the 10 folds. As my dataset has only 620 rows, so I decided to increase the number of folds so I can get more appropriate predictions. And then I set the controller and did some tuning for models like KNN and SVM. And here is my multiple linear regression model, and I also plotted important variable for the model assessment, and also predicted the trained dataset on test dataset, and for the final model comparison. Here my code is running. uh, this is the result, and economy is most important variable for this analysis, and the R square value is 69.69. And now I fitted the second model, and my the most important variable for KNN is economy also, and the R square value is 0.68 for this one. And this is SVM. Then I trained the model, and these are my results. Economy followed by social support are the important variable for this model, and it gave me the 0.7 to 0.73 approx R squared value. Then I did model comparison by the help of resamples function, and these are my results. The mean R square value for SVM model was the highest, and also the RMSE value for SVM was lowest. Then I did modular sampling with the help of a stack method. In this method, I trained the control, and then by then by using resamples, I analyzes the result, and this is how my model. These are the results of my sample model. Here we can see that for SVM, mean R squared value is the highest, and RMSE value is the lowest one. Then I did a stack model for a stack model for prediction of a sample model by using gradient boosting machine method. For this, I set the tuning parameter by the help of expand grid, and after running this model, I checked the tuning the best tune parameter, which gave me the highest R squared value, which was 0.82 0.82, which suggests that it explained 82% of variance. And when I checked the correlation between the predicted value and the actual one, it was 0.92%. So that was pretty high. So in conclusion, economy and social support, these are the key drive factors for a high happiness score. Sample model with the stack method using SVM, KNN, and LM gives high results, but if we compare model who performed individually, then KNN worked pretty well. In sample model, prediction with the gradient boosting machine method are highly correlated with the actual data, which suggests it is the best method for prediction. Thank you.